We might see that come about if Wallace can get close enough. There he is, chasing Taylor through the field. Wallace in 16, Taylor in 7:44, and no love lost between those two, I can assure you, as they go down that straight and round that turn. Takes a lot of shifting, that Russell Taylor car, but if Jimmy Wallace gets the hint of a chance, he'll be doing his best to shift it. And there goes the bumper, and Taylor fighting to control it there as Wallace tries to take him on the inside. The crowd getting rather excited, especially those visitors from north of the border, as Wallace gets past Taylor, and Taylor is fighting back now. He won't settle for that happily. So there they are, down the straight. Wallace in 16, being pursued by Taylor in 7:44. That's the battle going through the field. I think there are still a couple of low graders in front of them in the lead positions, but Wallace is doing his best to pull away from Taylor now. Down the home straight, they're side by side again. Oh, and Taylor leans hard on Wallace there, and Wallace almost took that parked car. Well, that's the sort of driving style that Russell Taylor's famous for. And right now, Wallace is chasing hard after Taylor again. They're back in about third or fourth place. The leaders are just in front of them, the B graders. And there's Wallace fighting to get past Taylor. Then it's 9:24, Paul Carter still in the lead. So Carter still leading in 9:24. And there's Taylor and Wallace at it again around that turn. And this time Taylor gets the advantage as Wallace scrapes the fence there, almost took his car through the fence. Pete Hobson's arrived now in 7:66 as Wallace loses ground on Taylor. Pete Hobson's another one who will be anxious to get past Russell Taylor. The leader goes through. That was Carter first, Robson second, Taylor third. Under pressure now from Pete Hobson in fourth place in 7:66. And Hobson puts the bumper in on Taylor and tries to shift him. And Wallace dropped that behind, so it's Hobson's turn to put the pressure on Taylor. Taylor running third in 7:44. And whilst those star men are battling it out, those two B-graders, yellow roof cars, are still in front of them and still getting away. And now Hobson is going past Taylor on the inside line, down the straights. And he leaves Taylor nowhere to go, but he goes out wide. There's a tangle down on that bend, and Hobson's covered the fence. And Carter's gone as well in the lead position in 9:24. And it's 7:25. Brian Robson who's taken over the lead. Well, that must put Russell Taylor up to second place. That's the leader. That's Robson in the lead position in 7:25. From that turn he comes. And there behind him the large aerofoil of Russell Taylor, who's in second now in 7:44. That's Robson, the leader. There's Taylor second. And once again it's Scott Jimmy Wallace who's putting Taylor under pressure. Pete Hobson back with them in 7:66. And that's second, third and fourth fighting it out. Wallace gets wheels airborne as he goes around the inner curve, and he gets past Taylor. And the crowd are really enjoying this one. Excited all around as the battle goes on. We've still got a yellow top leading the race, Brian Robson, but Wallace is through to second now, and he's trying to get away from Taylor, and Taylor gets the bumper in on that turn. Down the home straight goes the leader, Robson in 7:25. They've got 5 laps to run, so we're into the closing stages. And it's Robson first in 7:25. There he is, just in front of second place, Jimmy Wallace in 16 now. Wallace closing the gap on the leader, and Russell Taylor trying desperately to stay with them, but he's under pressure from behind by Pete Hobson. That's first and second. The bumper goes in as Wallace tries to take the lead on that pit's turn. Down the back straight, Wallace has got the inside line in car number 16. And that's enough to relegate Brian Robson down to second place. So Wallace the leader now in 16. There he goes, through on the home straight. With Robson down to second in 7:25, and Hobson is taken out there. So is Alistair Forsyth. And that's Russell Taylor at his best or his worst, depending on which way you look at it. Pete Hobson and Alistair Forsyth both shunted out there. So there's Alistair Forsyth just checking that everything's okay. He'll have a few bruises in the morning. And Brian Robson has gone in 7:25, and it's Jimmy Wallace who leads in number 16. And there's Wallace coming through, and we're right in the closing stages of this race. There's Wallace, there's Taylor in second place. Wallace goes down the back straight. There he is in car number 16. Jimmy Wallace round in the bottom turn. There's Russell Taylor in 7:44. Down the home straight they go, but Jimmy Wallace has won the Formula 2 final. Russell Taylor takes second place in 7:44. And finishing third was number 33, Keith Stanford.